Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. It's really glaring now that everyone seems to be defending their own, talking about leaders in different geopolitical zone of the country. And right now, a top political leader of Igbo ascent is calling on the leaders in the southeastern part of Nigeria to do same for this one man, Nnamdi Kanu. And you're going to hear full details of what he had to say, because it's really touching. If you listen from the beginning to the end, you will see someone whose heart is really going out to his own. He said, no matter what, this guy is still our own. You see everything he has to say. But before we give you full details of these and for the analysis, if you're not subscribed, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. The Social Democratic Party candidate in the 2019 Imo State governorship election, Dr. Collins Osuagwu, has carpeted Southeast leaders on their silence over the continuous detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Osuagwu stated these on Monday via a telephone conversation, said, "A time like this when an Islamic cleric and many Northerners had become spokesperson of the bandits, Igbos need to be equally heard as their region's voice." Osuagwu, who is also the chief executive officer of Zeus Marina Oil and Gas Limited, said the failure to speak up on the matter portrays Igbos as lacking the courage to defend their own. The German-based oil magnate said persons like Sheikh Ahmed Gumi has repeatedly canvassed amnesty for bandits who he described as aggrieved against the society, and the Yorubas have continued to rally round support for their own Sunday Igbo. So it is high time our illustrious sons and daughters speak for Kanu. Osuagwu, who was quick to say he's not an IPOB member, called for unity of purpose among the Igbos, even as he urged every Igbo man to be their brother's keeper and continue praying for Nnamdi Kanu. According to him, he said, almost everything Kanu said earlier is happening today. Government's accusation against him can't be compared with Boko Haram bandits, Fulani, headsmen havoc. Those of our brothers attacking and fighting him before his extradition should also speak up now that the people of the North are calling on federal government to give amnesty to killer headsmen who have taken advantage of women, killed and rendered families homeless. It is disheartening that we are busy fighting our own as most Igbo leaders are ready to sell off everything to get another political appointment. Osuagwu said the leadership vacuum, discontent, and disconnect created by selfish leaders in Igbo land resulted in disillusion and among the common people in the region. Otherwise, the youthful energy that went into pushing for the region exit from the rest of Nigeria would have been put into good regional / national use. He pointed out that though Kanu's tactics may not have been the most encouraging, but his cause is a legitimate one within guaranteed human rights documents and all extant public international law instruments and protocols, even those to which Nigeria is a signatory or an undersigned. He condemned attack on security agencies and their station, as was seen in the Southeast. Speaking on 2023 election, Osuagwu, who blamed corrupt politicians on his performance in the 2019 gubernatorial election in Imo State, said people must not repeat mistakes they made in 2019 as they inch closer to another defining election. "I am calling on Imolites to vote for a young and competent governor come 2023 because some of these corrupt politicians are already warming up for another round of election cycle that will never provide any tangible development or appreciable progress for our state." Wow. Now, this is something that is very common. We are going to be focusing on what he said about, Nnamdi Kanu. The situation on ground is very serious that everyone seems to know, especially those in the northern part of Nigeria, the middle belt, and even the Yoruba part, and somehow the southern part, south part, seems to understand the game that is currently ongoing, and everyone seems to like, let me protect my own. If you look at the psychological part of Nigeria and also that of its leaders, you will notice something, that this country is already restructured. That's the truth. Because you will notice that everyone seems to be protecting their own. You understand? For example, look at the case of Sheikh Gumi, as this man has rightly said. Sheikh Gumi all the time stands to defend his own. And at one point he said, these guys are my brothers. I am the people's lover, my people's lover. You understand? So just to let you understand that no matter what they do, but I must see beyond what they do to the fact that the government have not done the best expected of them in terms of providing all that they had promised the people. So I must defend my own. Up till today, nobody seems to say anything, I'm talking about the security operative. No one seems to attack him or possibly arrest him for questioning or something. The same thing is obtainable in Yoruba land. If you also check the Yorubas, they are overly in support of Sunday Igbo, despite the fact that for them, possibly that's not the best skill to use. But then you still notice that they are protecting him. At one point, the Yorubas in the southern part, in the Benin Republic, even had to rally around him to ensure that they give him a good lawyer who is, doing a lot, talking about Salami, who is a senior advocate there. Now, if you look at also the middle belt, you notice that at the point, the governor in the middle belt seems to stand away from the government and say, you guys are killing my people and you feel I should keep quiet. Kaduna State governor even had come to a point whereby he's like, if this bandit, I don't care where they are coming from, we are not Fulanis and they are Fulanis, they are coming in to destroy, I can't take this anymore. So you just notice that everyone seems to they're protecting their territory, despite whatever their own people have done. So I at this point, just like Osuagwu had rightly said, at this point, people should be more emphatic in protecting their own. Look at, for example, talking about VAT. Wike somehow wants to enrich his own people by ensuring that VAT is paid to them and they use it, to build infrastructure for their own people. The thing is still ongoing. Talking about the case, it has been taken to appeal court and it's still ongoing. Hopefully, if something comes out from there, because the federal government have promised to distance themselves from whatever that is going on between the judiciary and also the state government in respect to the VAT issue. But with what he had just done is a proof that income-wise, he's restructured in his mind and he wants every income in his state to come back to his state. So that's the same thing when you see certain people who have decided to stand out and they are kind of doing everything to see how they can, stop the enslavement of their people and talk about marginalization and all of that. No matter what. Just even when the president came, though we've heard a lot about what they talked about, talking about the leadership of Nnamdi, but specifically, no one spoke about the release of Nnamdi Kanu or possibly granting him amnesty. Look at Gumi. He's pushing so hard that they should grant amnesty to bandits who have caused a lot of people to be homeless. IDP camps came up in Nigeria because of the activities of Fulani headsmen and also these bandits. I think it's high time everyone, awoken, to see how these things can be dealt with, and you also play the game the way other people are playing the game, so that at the end of the day, you wouldn't be the one losing virtually everything. You understand? I really understand the perspective where he's coming from, but I'd like you to go to the comment section looking at what he has said. Do you think that this will be considered by the leadership in the southeastern parts of Nigeria? Let's interact in our comment